Dr. Weidong Henry Han, 57, his wife Huiji Jenny Yu, 29, and their kindergartner daughter Emily were discovered dead in the garage of their Goleta home earlier this week.
Imagine showing up to a quiet suburban home and discovering an entire family missing. Imagine friends worried, police searching, and a community hoping for the best, while the truth is already lying cold and silent in the garage. This is the story of the Han family murder case, a chilling tale of trust, betrayal, and a calculated plan carried out by someone they once called a friend. What unfolded in Santa Barbara remains one of California's darkest and most shocking triple homicides.
Well, the murders of a beloved doctor, his wife, and their little girl left their Santa Barbara, California community reeling.
The discovery. On March 23, 2016, Santa Barbara County deputies made a horrifying discovery inside a quiet home on Green Hill Way near Goleta, California. 3 members of the respected Han family, 57-year-old Dr. Henry Weidong Han, his 29-year-old wife Jenny Yu, and their 5-year-old daughter Emily, were found dead in their garage.
Santa Barbara Sheriff's deputies discovered Dr. Han, his wife Jenny, and their daughter Emily murdered 3 days shy of her 6th birthday. Prosecutor Ben Ledinig says they had been shot while they slept.
Their bodies had been wrapped in plastic sheets and bound with duct tape, showing clear signs of an attempt to conceal the crime. All 3 victims had died from multiple gunshot wounds, most of them fired at close range. The discovery happened after Dr. Han missed an important business meeting, prompting 2 associates to visit the home. When they noticed the door slightly open and the family cars still parked in the garage, they alerted authorities.
Trying to call Henry and was going straight to voicemail.
Something was not right.
What deputies found inside would become one of California's most disturbing family murder cases. Who the Han family were. Dr. Henry Han was not just a respected herbalist, he was a well-loved figure in Santa Barbara. As the founder of the Santa Barbara Herb Clinic, he helped thousands of patients using traditional herbal medicine. His wife, Jenny Yu, was known for her gentle nature and devotion to her daughter. And little Emily Han, only 5 years old, was the heart of the home, bright, curious, and adored by everyone who met her.
Emily had her own little table and her crayons. Her mom, Jenny, was there working in the clinic. It's kind of good therapy to be with the 3 of them.
Their sudden and violent deaths devastated neighbors and sent shockwaves through the community. No one could imagine who would want to harm a family known for compassion, intelligence, and kindness. But investigators would soon learn that the killer wasn't a stranger. It was someone the family trusted. The investigation. From the very beginning, detectives realized the crime had been planned with meticulous detail. The bodies were wrapped tightly, the plastic and tape brought by the killer. A .22 caliber firearm fitted with a homemade suppressor had been used to keep the gunshots quiet. Shell casings were found hidden in bedding, and bullet fragments were even dumped into the washing machine. A failed attempt to destroy evidence. Investigators focused on recent communications and quickly identified the last major contact Dr. Han had. 27-year-old Pierre Haubsch, a business associate who claimed to be involved in medical technology and herbal-based projects with Dr. Han. Haubsch became the primary suspect.
A beloved doctor and his family are murdered. Investigators quickly close in on a suspect with a fantastical tale, claiming he was set up.
Just 2 days later, on March 25, 2016, deputies arrested him at a gas station in San Diego County. Inside his car, they found a loaded 9mm handgun, a .22 caliber weapon, a homemade silencer, and several belongings of the Han family.
Investigators arrested 26-year-old Pierre Haubsch almost 200 miles away at a gas station near Oceanside, armed with weapons, his passport, go bags, and items belonging to the victims.
They also located rolls of plastic and duct tape matching the ones used at the crime scene. Haubsch had minor injuries on his arms, inconsistent stories, and a car packed with gear. signs he may have been preparing to flee California. The evidence against him was quickly stacking up. Motive and evidence. As detectives dug deeper, a disturbing motive surfaced: money, built on betrayal and greed. Dr. Hahn in Haubsch had recently begun working on a business called Obsidian Pteridine, focusing on CBD-related medical treatments. But behind the scenes, Haubsch was in serious financial trouble. Digital forensics later showed that he had secretly installed spyware on Dr. Hahn's computer, recording keystrokes, passwords, bank information, and private messages. Right after the murders, investigators found evidence of attempted transfers from Dr. Hahn's accounts. Haubsch's internet search history painted an even darker picture. How to make a gun suppressor, how long fingerprints last on plastic, how to cross into Mexico. Undetected surveillance cameras showed him buying plastic sheeting, duct tape, ammunition, and tools shortly before the murders. Prosecutors argued that this was a premeditated, financially motivated triple homicide, executed to gain control over Dr. Hahn's finances and business assets. The evidence, digital, physical, and behavioral, left little room for doubt. Trial, conviction, and aftermath. The case took years to move through the courts. Haubsch repeatedly denied involvement and offered bizarre explanations, including conspiracy theories and claims of being set up. Prosecutors originally sought the death penalty, but later dropped it in exchange for a bench trial, meaning the verdict rested solely with a judge. After months of testimony and overwhelming evidence, the verdict was delivered on November 24, 2021. Pierre Haubsch was found guilty of all 3 counts of first-degree murder, with special circumstances for multiple murders and murder for financial gain. On April 15, 2022, Haubsch was sentenced to 3 consecutive life sentences without the possibility of parole, plus an additional 75 years to life for firearm enhancements.
Judge Brian Hill sentenced Pierre Haubsch to 3 consecutive life sentences without the possibility of parole, followed by 75 years to life in state prison.
The judge stated clearly that Haubsch showed no remorse and that the evidence proved he carried out the murders with cold, calculated precision. The Santa Barbara community, still grieving the loss of a beloved family, expressed relief that justice had been served. Friends and patients of Dr. Hahn spoke emotionally about how deeply the deaths affected them. The tragedy left a permanent scar, but the sentencing brought some closure. Today, the Hahn family is remembered for their kindness, their contributions to the community, and the bright future that was stolen from them. Their story remains one of the most haunting examples of trust shattered by greed.
Within a minute or two, it sunk in that the 3 bodies were Henry, Jenny, and Emily. My friends were gone. There's a certain amount of shock that sets in.
We didn't hear back from Dawn. We didn't eat that night. We didn't sleep that night.
If you found this story gripping, please like this video, comment your thoughts on how justice unfolded, and don't forget to subscribe to Judge Wire for more real-life crime stories just like this.